Welcome to the Prep Zone. My name is Grant Yenny, and tonight we're here at Slidell High School as the Lady Wolverines of Northlake Christian travel to take on the Slidell High Lady Tigers. I spoke with both coaches moments ago. Let's hear what they had to say and get to the action. Pre-game with Coach Anderson. Coach, it's our first time seeing you in the Prep Zone this season. Can you give us a rundown on your team so far?
It's kind of been an up and down year, which is pretty typical. It's girls, you know. So we're trying to find a nice stride and try to get a little bit more balance. But overall, it's been a great year.
What's it going to take to beat a team like Northlake here tonight?
Being consistent and keep playing hard.
Pre-game with Coach Pooter. Coach, it's our first time seeing you in the Prep Zone this season. Can you give us a rundown on your team?
We are having a good season. We don't have any seniors. We're really young, but this is a great year for us to be learning and molding and uniting as a team. And so far, we've won the games we needed to win, and we're challenging the teams that are more experienced than us. So as a coach, that's all you can ask for.
What's it going to take to beat this team in Slidell tonight?
We definitely need to have strong defense in the back row. Our hitters in the front row have to be able to put the ball down, and we got to want it more.
Sophie Crayman serving to kick off this matchup for Northlake Christian. That one at the net falls on the Slidell side. So Northlake Christian is on the board first. Once again, welcome to the Prep Zone. We are here at Slidell High School as the 11-7 Slidell Tigers are hosting Northlake Christian. Serve over once again by Crayman. That one popped up, and they send the free ball over. That's Gillespie. Set to the middle block, back down by Imana Ellis. So 1-1. And back to serve is Mackenzie Fugate, the junior for Coach Anderson, and another one sent right back to the ground, put the roof on it. That is Gillespie. So 2-1. Slidell takes the lead. Fugate will continue to serve. Fugate, just a junior, but has been getting quality reps since her freshman year. This one popped up, free ball over and out of bounds from Kaylin Addison. Subbing into the game for the Northlake Christian Lady Wolverines is Kate Fassler. Fassler checking into the game for Addison. 3-1, Slidell leads. Service over. Fugate has a great serve. Popped up from the back row, hit over by Whittington. It's Whittington with the dig. The set from Simpson. And well done by Slidell. Oh, but the double hit at the net. 3-2, Slidell leading. Simpson serving for the Lady Wolverines, gets that one over. That one looked to be going long. Maya West got her hand on it. Fugate puts it up, and popping it over is Ellis. Big hit. Gillespie to the floor. That is in. 4-2. Slidell leads, and Slidell keeping the pace going quickly. Now back to serve Cabri Berg. Berg is a senior for Coach Anderson's squad. 6 seniors in total. Set up in a communication error there as both Crayman and Whittington both went for it. So 5-2, Slidell leads. Berg, good serve over. Tip. Fugate, and big hit, good placement right there in the back right corner from Berg. 6-2, Slidell. And the senior will continue to serve. Berg, a lot of power behind those serves. Pass almost didn't get there, and it's into the net from Whittington. And Coach Pooter will take a timeout talk it over with her team as Slidell leads 7-2 here in the first. Berg continuing to serve after the timeout for the Lady Tigers. Berg gets that one over. It pulled left but kept in by Simpson. Big hit over for Northlake. Fugate puts it up and blocked down by Whittington. They get it over. Set to the outside. Big hit. Nobody able to get there. Hits the ground as Berg dove for it. It was Sarah Joy Graham. And Fassler back to serve for the Lady Wolverines. As Slidell leads 7-3, Berg pops it up. Here's Fugate over and lost control trying to save it. That one up near the roof, and it hits the ground. Ariana Boyer. Coming out of the game is Ellis. Service over from West. West also a talented long jumper here at Slidell High School. Fugate setting outside. Big hit there. Down to the ground. The kill from Mia Kyoto. Kyoto is the kills leader for the Lady Wolverines. And she'll go back to serve. It's 8-3. Slidell leading. Kyoto gets that one over. Going back over the net. Service. Whittington, too much on it. Pulled right. So out of bounds. It is now 9-3. Slidell leading here in the first. And back to serve for the Lady Tigers is Ariana Boyer. Boyer bumped up. This one needs to go over. Whittington will send a free ball over. Set outside, hit. This one to Cramond. And good communication there from Berg to Yale Mine as that one goes sailing out. That's something you need to hear more of. Some girls get timid when yelling mine or trying to call for the ball. She says it nice and loud, and there's no question that she's calling for that ball and wants it. You need to hear more communication from both sides tonight and just in general in prep volleyball. Northlake Christian in the net. So 10-5. Slidell leading. So service coming from the Lady Tigers. That one served over, bumped up. Set. Whittington puts it to the ground. 10-6. Great job there. She jumped up. She had a lot of hang time on that jump. Used her fingertips, pushed it right to the ground. That'll drop back Kyron Whittington, who's only a sophomore for Coach Pooter, and that serve pulls left, but she is gaining the attention of some colleges. She's averaging right now 7 blocks a game. And still two years left and half of this season to go for her. Service over for the Lady Tigers. Lost control on that one. Whittington, free ball over from Kyoto. Here's Fugate from beyond the attack line. Hits it over. And that falls to the ground. Kind of caught Slidell looking as they were wondering if it was going to go out. But that hit well inside the lines. And it's 11-7. Here's Cramond serving over. And Ellis has to tip it over, and it looked to be going out, but Sarah Joy Graham touched it, and the ball fell out. So point goes to the Lady Tigers as it's now 12-7 here in the first set. And Mackenzie Fugate goes back to serve. Fugate, service error, goes into the net. So that'll go back over to Northlake Christian. Those are things you want to clean up by this point in the season, and especially later as you push toward the playoffs. Carolyn Simpson Service over, floats that one, and it fell so short that it kind of caught the Slidell players off guard, and they were having to dive for it. So 12-9. Northlake looking to close the gap here. Simpson puts this one over, and it pulls right out of bounds. More service errors. 13-9. And Cabri Berg checks back into the game to serve for the Lady Tigers, as Gillespie will take a seat. Berg's service has a lot of power. There's Simpson set back, hit over by Craymond. Fugate at the net. Ellis puts it right down on him. And Northlake was in a circle formation there on the court, and Ellis found a way to put it in between all of them and caught them all looking. (14-19) Slidell leading. Look to tip it over. Ellis puts the roof on it, sends it right back down on top of Graham. It's 15-9 Slidell. Slidell has a good run going here. Berg serving over once again. The pass went to the right, and they have to send the free ball over. Craymond does. Here's Fugate at the net, setting Ellis, puts it to the floor. And what an asset is Amana Ellis. Tall senior, providing a lot of height at the net. She has hops too, so she can get up even higher than most of the players on Northlake's side, and I'd assume more than many of the players in this district. Service is short, met at the net. Ball goes into the net and bounces off. Coach Pooter will take a timeout as Slidell leads 17-9 here in the first set. Following the timeout, Cabri Berg serving for the Lady Tigers here in the first set. Slidell leading 17-9. They've been on a good run, and that one, she puts too much on it, sends it sailing out the back. So 17-10. Ball goes back over to Northlake to serve, and this is Kate Fassler. Fassler gets it over, put a lot on it. West gets a hold of it. Fugate at the net. Big hit. It goes into the net. And they say 4 hits from the Lady Tigers, so another point for Northlake. Slidell leading 17-11. Right now, Slidell is 10th in the power rankings for Division I. Northlake 24 for Division IV. And they're both pushing towards the playoffs, looking to rack up wins to get better positioning, especially Northlake, who right now is right on the cusp of making it into the bracket. And that one pushed over, and they called a double hit for Northlake. 18-11, Slidell leading. Maya West will continue to serve. Maya, a senior who has gotten significant playing time throughout her career here. It seems like she's been here for a lot longer than just the 4 years that she has. West floats that one over, popped up. And the set was a little off the mark as Kyoto had to readjust for it. Fugate will send the free ball over. Here's Whittington at the net and just found that right placement to get it to the floor. Whittington, quite a weapon for Coach Pooter and Northlake Christian. So Kyoto will serve this one over. Once again, Kyoto is the kills leader for Northlake. Pass was a little off the mark. Fugate was able to fix it, and that hit goes into the net. Didn't catch it at its highest point and hit kind of on top of the ball to where it went sailing into the net rather than going over and getting a more altitude on it. Service over. Here's Fugate. Service popped up. Set back row. Kyoto to the floor. Laser shot. 19-14. Slidell leading, but Northlake is battling back. And Mia Kyoto is back to serve for the Lady Wolverines. That one hits the tape. Well done by Berg, but Whittington puts it right back on top of the Lady Tigers for another Northlake Christian point. It's 19-15. Here's Kyoto once again. Berg to Fugate. Big hit is blocked by Whittington, back down. Whittington, and good job by Kyoto to get it back over there. West, free ball, that was going out of bounds. Whittington hits it out of bounds. Too much on it, 20-15 here in the first set. So back to serve for the Lady Tigers is Ariana Boyer. Boyer, service over. Simpson didn't get all of that one. Here's Whittington with the free ball. Boyer is called with the double hit. 20-16. And Sarah Joy Graham to serve for the Lady Wolverines. That one over and way too much on it. Good eye from Weston Berg as they watch it sail out past the back line there. 21-16. Slidell leading. Service coming to the Lady Tigers. Pops that one over. Set up. Here's Kyoto. West was there. Tipping it over. Good job by Gillespie, but Northlake responds. And that one is in. Kill from Sophie Cramen. Checking in Kate Fassler into the game for Abby Cramen. And that'll send back Whittington to serve as it's 21-17. Here in the first, Slidell is leading at home. But Northlake is looking to battle back here as Whittington serves it over. Here's Fugate with the big hit. That was a laser shot, but very well done by Graham to dig it up. And the free ball over from Kyoto. Gillespie outside, Fugate. Whittington to LeBlanc, to Simpson. Outside again, here's Gillespie. Good rally going here. West. Boyer, Fugate keeps it in. Well done. And there's Kyoto. Neither team want to let this one hit the ground. Fugate sends it over, and it's still going. West. And Fugate, too much on it. Ends the rally as it goes sailing out of bounds for the point for the Lady Wolverines. It's 21-18. Whittington's going to serve. Coach Pooter signaling in where to serve it. And a violation called on the Tigers. So it's 21-19. Whittington serves that one over. Fugate jumped up, didn't hit it at its highest point. She had a lot of power behind it, but it goes into the net rather than over. She hit far too up on the ball. Whittington. There's Boyer outside to Gillespie with the hit, and well done by Whittington, the diving save there. Boyer, here's Gillespie. Simpson. And the kill for Kate Fassler. And they tie it up at 21 apiece. They battled back from as much as 7 down to tie it up here in the first set at 21. Whittington serves this one over. Here's Boyer. Gillespie running jump. It's blocked back to Slidell. West puts it up. Now Fugate tips it over. And just that change in pace rather than hitting it, they were expecting a lot of power on the hit. She just put the forward spin on it, popped it up a little bit, and it fell right out of reach of anyone from Northlake. Slidell regains the lead 22-21. Service coming from the Lady Tigers. That one over. Here's Simpson. Back to Kyoto with the big hit. And it goes out of bounds off of Amana Ellis. Would have been a good block had it stayed in. So it's 22-22 here in the first. And Sophie Cramen, the ace leader for Northlake Christian, serves that one over. West is there. Here's Fugate. Big hit, that's in, right on the line. 23-22. And Fugate will drop back to serve this one. Fugate, service over. Cramen. Simpson sets Cramen from the back row. Ellis, laser shot. Straight down for the kill. And it is set point 24-22. What an asset is Imana Ellis. That service goes over. Here's Simpson. Big hit at the net from Kyoto. Fugate outside to Gillespie, and they call the double hit on the set from Fugate. 24-23. Set point 2. Carolyn Simpson to serve this one. Simpson floats that one over. Berg gets it up and tipped over by Boyer. Big hit from Kyoto. West. Fugate back set to Boyer. Has to just pop it over. Whittington pushes it. There's West outside for Gillespie. And that hits the floor. And the first set comes to a close as Slidell takes it 25-23.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
And Fugate will serve to kick off the second set here. Slidell took the first one, 25-23, and they get on the board first here in the second set as the ball goes into the net off of Sophie Cramen. Fugate serving once again, and Slidell quickly resetting and ready to go. So Fugate serve, hits the net, well done. As it hits the tapes and rolls over. It catches a lot of teams off guard because they expect it's going to fall back down or it's into the net. And then it rolls right over and hits the ground. Good serve there from Fugate. That one over. Whittington gets a hold of it. Simpson sets it back to Kyoto. Popped up. West. Free ball over from Gillespie. That one was going out, but Whittington kept it in. Hit over by Graham. Here's Gillespie. Good diving save from Whittington. Great hustle. And that one hit the antenna. 3-0. Slidell leading here in the second. And there's a slippery spot on the floor that they're looking to wipe up. They need to get a washcloth out here to wipe it up. Yep, the girls wipe it up with their hands and their shoes. So I believe they're going to say play on, and they're good to go. Yep, here we go. So Fugate to serve for the Lady Tigers. Sends that one over. Simpson. Cramen. Here's Gillespie over and nobody home. Out of reach of Sophie Cramen. 4-0. A good run here for Slidell. And that serve hits the tape once again, goes over, did not hit the ground, but out of reach there of Carolyn Simpson. So now a 5-0 run for the Lady Tigers. Fugate looking to continue this. That one over popped up. Here's Simpson setting Kyoto, and that one's out. Way too much on that one. Kyoto going from the back row. So Slidell up 6-0. The Slidell bench cheering on McKenzie, saying, keep it up. That service goes over. Here's Simpson bumping it up, and Whittington hits it over. At the net, Imana Ellis, that's not going to be returned. Most of the time when it's that clean of a set and Imana Ellis gets that much height, she'll slam it right back down on top of you. And it's almost unbeatable. 7-0. Cramen hits this one over. Here's Gillespie outside, and that goes into the net. So now Northlake is on the board here in the second. Slidell still leads 7-1, looking to get the ball back. As the serve comes from Sophie Cramen, the ace leader of the Lady Wolverines. And that one hit over Set outside, Kyoto tip over, it's out of bounds. And they say a point for Northlake Christian as Slidell was in the net. No, now they're saying redo. So okay, here's the explanation from the official, is that both officials called a net on their respective side that they were watching. They didn't know which one went first. So they're going to do the redo. 7-1. Cramen will serve this one. Good explanation from the official there. Floats that one over. Dink pushed down. Caught him off guard. Ariana Boyer, as that ball fell right in between a pack of Wolverines there. But none of them could get a handle on it. And checking into the game, Rave Cox. Another senior for Coach Anderson. It's 8-1. Service over from Gillespie. And that one falls. A miscommunication between Whittington and Simpson. And Coach Pooter will call a timeout to discuss it with her team as Slidell leads 9-1 here in the second set. After the timeout, Slidell leads by 8. It's 9-1. Gillespie continuing to serve. She gets that one over Whittington, and little too much hesitation there from Cramen and Simpson. As the ball was hanging in the air, both of them were eyeing it, but neither of them took a swing at it to pop it back up. So it's 10-1. Lady Tigers leading here in the second set. Gillespie gets that one over. It's popped up again. Nearly the same situation. And Cramen sends a free ball over from the back row. There's Boyer and Amana Ellis once again. The great kill. It's 11-1. Slidell looking to continue this run. Gillespie floats this one. There's Simpson setting outside for Kyoto, and they say a double hit on the set. So it'll be 12-1. Slidell leading here in the second. Gillespie serving once again. That one, it skimmed the tape there. A lot of power behind it. Free ball over. Slidell. Here's Boyer. Outside. Cox punches it over. Nobody home. Rave Cox there just finding the spot where nobody could reach it right in the middle of the court. 13-1. Slidell leads here in the second. Gillespie, service over. Simpson sends it way up there. And that one hit over by Graham, and a kill once again by guess who? Amana Ellis. So Gillespie, it's 14-1. Gillespie continuing to serve here in the second. Gillespie, too much on that one. Too much on that one. A little overambitious. Sends it sailing out the back. But she had a great run, and her team leads 14-2 here in the second set. The first set was close, 25-23. But Slidell has the 12-point lead right now. Boyer, Ellis, boom. Can't be stopped. What an asset to this team. What a weapon. 15-2 here in the second. And West. Here's Kyoto. Big hit popped up by West. Hustling for it is Berg, and the free ball over from Cox. Set outside. Gillespie, big hit. Good job by Berg getting in front of it. This one needs to go over. They get it there. Cox. Cox pops that one over. At the net, the tip. Good hustle from West being in position. And a double hit called on Northlake as Slidell now leads 16-2 here in the second. Good rally there and good hustle from all the players on the court, but Maya West made a good play at the ground, diving for it to keep it up for Slidell so they could go and get that point. Here's West again. Boyer, back set, Fugate, big hit to the ground. Another kill for Mackenzie Fugate. Fugate's another one of those players that it seems like she's been around forever, but she's only a junior. She's just been getting a lot of quality reps since her freshman year. In fact, my first game when I joined the PrepZone was a Slidell game here at Slidell, and I remember calling her name there when she was a freshman. Big hit over. Back set, Fugate once again, too much on that one. Hit it maybe a little too low and didn't send it toward the court, instead sending it toward the sideline. So 17-3. Service coming from Kate Fassler. Gets that one over. Here's Fugate pushing it over, but Kyoto there with the great save. Here's Kyoto with the hit. Maya West pops it up. Boyer outside Cox, and they call the double hit on the set from West. But West looking to stay motivated and keep her team motivated here as they have quite a large lead. It's 17-4 here in the second. And that one over. Big hit, swing and a block by Whittington, the blocks leader for the Lady Wolverines. Just a sophomore, but quite a presence at the net. 17-5, Lady Tigers lead. Fassler, Fugate's there. Boyer back to Fugate, and that is off of Whittington and out of bounds. 18-5, Lady Tigers. Gillespie will check back into the game as Cabri Berg heads to the sideline. And Reve Cox is in to serve. That one over. And Whittington slaps it over. Outside, big hit from Gillespie. That one at the net. Fugate hits it back, and Boyer can't get there. 18-6. Coach Anderson resetting the rotation and alignment of the players. So Kyoto serves this one over. Gillespie up. Boyer, and Gillespie punches it over. Double hit called, so that's another point for the Lady Wolverines. It's 18-7. Keota floats this one. West, Boyer, and went for the tip there was Taylor Millay, but didn't get enough power behind the tip. And it just went into the net and fell right back down. It's 18-8 with Keota's serve coming. That one over West. Smacked right back down. Whittington straight to the ground. No one was there at the net to even try and block her. 18-9. Service coming again from Mia Keota. Is Boyer up for Fugate. Over. And this one needs to go over. Whittington gets it there. Good hustle playing it off the net. And Boyer, Gillespie, huge hit, and that's out of bounds. Too much on it. 18-10 as Northlake starts to battle back. Only down by 8. Keota continues this run, floats it. Popped up, outside looking for Fugate. She pushes it, nobody there. Great placement from Mackenzie Fugate, that back right corner as Abby Cramen couldn't get there. 19-10, it goes back over to the Tigers to serve, and checking back into the game is Imana Ellis. So you have Fugate, Ellis, and Gillespie all at the net. That's a lot of height at the net. And the service goes over from Malay, and just kind of an error there from Boyer as she reached out and touched the ball, sending it out of bounds. 19-11. Service coming from Graham. Graham floats it up. Here's West, set, Ellis to the ground. Par for the course. 20-11. In this match so far, I don't believe Ellis has been stopped once when she gets a hold of it. Fugate. Set, Whittington. Good hustle from West, tipped over Boyer. Simpson, Whittington again. Fugate. Here's Gillespie hitting it over. Simpson up and block. Ellis along with Boyer at the net. 21-11. Lady Tigers leading. Looking to close out the second set. They took the first one 25-23, and that's an ace for Fugate. Fugate continuing to serve. It's 22-11 here in the second set. Fugate floats this one over. You hear him yelling short. Simpson pops it up in the air. Free ball goes over Boyer. Ellis. Simpson just mishandled that one. The ball kind of fell down through her hands, hit her in the face, and fell to the floor. It's 23-11. And Fugate awaiting the signal for where to serve. Fugate, service over, popped up by Keota. And that one off the fingertips, Maya West. And that last hit needed to go over. Good hustle from the Tigers, but point goes to the Lady Wolverines. 23-12, and that sets up the sophomore Kyron Whittington. Whittington floating it over. Here's Gillespie, big hit going to the opposite side, and puts way too much on it, sends it out of bounds. 23-13. Service over, pulled right and out of bounds, so now we're at set point here for the second set. Slidell leads 24-13. Cox checks back into the game, and into the game for Northlake Christian is Abby Cramen. So Gillespie with this serve can put away set 2. Sends it over, out, and the Lady Tigers will take set 2, 25-13. Starting off the third set here, as Northlake Christian will serve. That is Sophie Craymond serving it over, and a big hit from Gillespie. That is out, so Northlake gets on the board first. But Slidell leads 2-0 in sets. They took the first one 25-23, the second one 25-13. So Northlake has a ways to battle back. Maya West, Ellis, and it's returned by Craymond. Ellis blocks it down and it falls in. So 1-1. And going back to serve for the Lady Tigers is Mackenzie Fugate. Fugate, a lot of power behind those serves. Simpson pops it up. There's Craymond. Gillespie. Whittington outside Kyoto, and they called a double hit on the set. So 2-1, Slidell leads. Fugate continuing to serve. She had quite a run in the second set. At one point it was 9-1, Slidell leading. From the back row, good hustle from West, but that's off the mark for Boyer to get a hold of. So 2-2. As Carolyn Simpson is back to serve for the Lady Wolverines. She floats this one. West set outside for Ellis, the big hit. Good job by Kyoto to pop that one back up, and now she hits it and she's blocked by Boyer and Ellis. And coming out is Gillespie, checking in Cabri Berg, the senior for Coach Anderson. It's 3-2, Slidell leading. Berg looking to get a good run here going. Berg, serve goes over. Whittington from beyond the attack line, and she slapped that one way too hard as it goes sailing to the right and out of bounds. 4-2, Slidell. So Cabri Berg up to serve once again. Up and over, popped up. And a free ball over from Whittington. Fugate. Boyer, big hit. Ellis, well done by Simpson over there to get it back up after the Ellis hit. And the free ball needs to go over. Berg gets it there, and it's inside the antenna. Good hustle. Kyoto. Big hit, and that's in. The kill for the Lady Tigers. It's 5-2, and Berg will continue to serve. Berg slaps that one over and off the mark. That's an ace, as Sophie Craymond couldn't get all of that one. Couldn't get a hold of it to pass it in. 6-2. Berg serving once again, slaps that one over, and that time you saw a look in her eye when she went to hit that one. She was putting all the power she has into it. She got a lot of power behind it, but just no height on it, and it went straight into the net. But she was trying to get a big power serve in. So 6-3, and that serve pulls left off the hand of Fassler and goes out of bounds. 7-3, Maya West will go back to serve. West floats it over. Simpson gets it. Here's Whittington. And that's it. That's in, yeah, right on the line. Over there on that far sideline. So 7-4. And kudos to these officials. They really keep the pacing going strong. It moves quickly. The kill happens or the stoppage happens. They get the ball quickly back to the server and they serve. No No excess time. That one up and over. West gets a hold of it. Berg. And that'll stay in. So that is a point for Northlake Christian. But, you know, you hear whenever officials make a bad call, you hear negative comments or whatever. I'm commending this officiating squad. They have called a very good match so far and have kept it moving very nicely. West, Boyer pushed over. It's met at the net. You can keep playing that. They called a double hit as they thought it was over, as Mallet thought it was over. But you could keep playing it because a Northlake player in Whittington got a hand on it. So 7-6 as Northlake looks to tie it up, and they do with the ace from Kyoto. 7-7 here in the third. So not the commanding lead for the Tigers that they had early in the second set. Northlake battling back. They don't want it to be an early night. They want to win this one, and they're looking to battle back as they're down 2-0. And very well done by Ariana Boyer catching the Lady Wolverines off guard. They expected the set, and she just pushed it back over. 8-7 here in the third. Service goes over from Boyer. Up, here's Whittington to the ground off of West and into the antenna. That went off the shoulder, the left shoulder of Maya West. Nothing really she could do about it. It came to her too quickly to respond and just ricocheted off and into the antenna. Here's Sarah Joy Graham. Puts this one over. West has it up. The big hit over. Simpson from beyond the attack line is Kyoto. Great hustle from Boyer. Hit goes. Good job by Abby Cramen to be there. Good rally going here. Fugate, big hit. Responds Simpson. Here's Fugate. Set up Boyer. Kyoto. Outside again. Neither team want to let it hit the ground here. Whittington pushing it over to the opposite side. Set to Fugate, tipping over. Whittington off the fingertips of West, and the rally ends as Cabri Berg couldn't get all of it and nobody was in position to hit it back over. Coach Anderson will take a timeout as Northlake takes over the lead 9-8 here in the third set. So 9-8, Northlake Christian leads here in the third set after the timeout. Service coming from Sarah Joy Graham. This one up. Fugate sends it to the floor, coming out of the timeout with aggression. And she ties it up 9-9. Caprito, the freshman on this Slidell team, back to serve. Looking to retake the lead. Sends that one over. Here's Simpson. Back to Kyoto. That one popped up by Boyer. Here's Fugate into the outside for Gillespie. Good diving save there by Graham. Here's Gillespie again, tipping it over. Well done by Cramen, laying out for it. And that one way too much on it. It goes sailing past the back line. And Slidell reclaims the lead 10-9 here in the third set. Caprito once again, service over. Ball up in the air and outside of the antenna. Abby Cramen couldn't get a hold of that one. It just kind of ricocheted off. So it's 11-9. Service coming from the freshman again. A lot on that one. Too much on it. Sends it past the back line. 11-10. Out comes Caprito. And Whittington will serve for Northlake Christian. Whittington gets this one over. Gillespie puts it up. And West needs to send the free ball over. She gets it there with a lot of forward spin. Whittington controls it outside to Cramen. West Gillespie with the tip. Craman's there. Here's Simpson to Whittington. A lot of power, too much power, and it goes sailing out the backside. Slidell now leads 12-10. And the Slidell bench is fired up. Incoming the tall, the very talented Amana Ellis. That one goes over from Melee, and that is an ace. 13-10. Lady Tigers looking to rally here. They want it to be a quick night, much like Northlake Christian doesn't want it to be. Slidell trying to end this night early. Rest up, get ready for the next match. And that one, well done by Kyoto. Found an area no one was standing around, and she hit it too fast for Malay to react to. So 13-11. West reaching for that one. Ellis hit that one into the net. She caught it a little too far back and bounced it off the net for the Northlake Christian point. So that'll go back over to Sophie Craman to serve. It's 13-12. Slidell leading here in the third set. Set from Boyer outside for Gillespie with the big hit. Whittington able to respond. Simpson tips it over. Fugate and Gillespie with the free ball. Simpson at the net. Ellis gets there to block it back to Northlake Christian. Big hit from Kyoto. Ellis and Fugate blocking it, both very tall. It gets through the hands, through the arms there. They were shoulder to shoulder, had their arms up, but they were a ways off the net, and it goes through the arms of Ellis and Fugate as they tried to block it back. And it's tied up at 13 apiece here in the third set. Sophie Craman back to serve for Northlake Christian as Maya West wipes up a wet spot on the floor. So service coming from Craman. West, Boyer, big hit. Fugate, that's in, right at the back line. Good placement from the junior. 14-13. Slidell reclaiming the lead here in the third. Fugate sends that one over. Running for it is Whittington. Free ball needs to go over. Craman gets it there. And Ellis to the floor. Nobody there. The back row was playing very far off the ball, and the front was playing very close to the net. It left that middle area exposed, and Ellis put it right down in the center of the court. 15-13. Fugate service goes into the net. 15-14. Carolyn Simpson up to serve for Northlake. She floats this one over. There's Boyer. Ellis blocked. Fugate, free ball over. There's Whittington. Ball pushed over Fugate. Boyer outside to Gillespie with the big hit, and it's blocked at the net too. It kind of hit off the top of the net there. Similar situation with Ellis. That one over. Fugate reaches for it. Outside Gillespie tipping it over. Back to Whittington, and oh wow! Ellis drops it, puts the roof on it. (16-14). Slidell leads. Doesn't take much for her to get up there, and she read that ball all the way, sent it right back to the floor. Nobody was there. Cabri Berg back to serve, hits the tape. Good hustle from Whittington getting there. Here's Boyer up. Ellis. And they call the double hit on Northlake Christian. Now they need to pull that towel out once again and wipe up the floor, but Slidell's leading 17-14, and they're looking to keep this run going with Cabri Berg serving. They took the first set, 25-23, the second one 25-13. Now they're looking, Slidell is looking to close out this third set if they can keep a run going, 17-14. Berg, and service error goes into the net, 17-15. Kate Fassler back in to serve for the Lady Wolverines. Floats that one over. Fugate's there. That one outside to the freshman, Caprito. This one up. Whittington finding a spot. Nobody was there. It was out of reach of Berg, West, and Fugate was trying to run over to try and save it. Couldn't get there in time. So 1 point away from tying it up once again are the Lady Wolverines with Kate Fassler serving. Fassler sends it over West. Here's Boyer. Ellis over, nobody there. And Ellis coming out, checking into the game is Taylor Mallet. And Maya West will head back to serve for the Lady Tigers as they lead 18-16 here in the third set. Outside Whittington tipping it over. Good hustle from West to get there at the net. And that is out. Too much on it from Boyer. From the strike right at the net. And it fell just outside of the line there, that back line. So back to serve is Mia Kyoto. Kyoto awaiting the signal from her coach. She hits the tape. That's a good serve, and they say it hit the ground before Cabri Berg was able to get there. So tied up, 18 apiece here in the third. Northlake looking to take the lead here. She puts that one up. Here's West. Berg pushed up Malay. Graham to Kyoto. Graham once again. Whittington way too much on it. Cabri Berg touched it though before it went out. And that's the kill for Cabrito on the free ball. She was sending it over and it hit the floor. And Berg, I don't believe she thought it was going out, or at the last second she saw it changing its course and it was going to stay in, so she hit it in. But either way, it worked out for Slidell. 19-18, Slidell leads. There's Kyoto. And it was touched by Boyer as it was heading across the court and out of bounds. So tied up once again at 19 apiece. And Sarah Joy Graham to serve for the Lady Wolverines. Pops this one over. Up, Fugate with the tip. Northlake, good eye. There's Fugate. Set back, Fugate. Laser shot blocked at the net. Whittington and Cramen. And Northlake has reclaimed the lead 20-19 here in the third. That one at the net, dropped, put the roof on it with Sophie Cramen, dropping it right back down onto Ariana Boyer. Now a 2-point lead by the Wolverines as they lead 21-19 here in the third. Up and over. Boyer outside, Fugate, big hit. Returned by the Wolverines. Here's Simpson, back set to Whittington, pushing it over. Boyer, Caprito, and they call a double hit on Northlake. So it's 20 21. Northlake's leading 21-20. And the freshman will go back to serve for the Lady Tigers. Looking to get a rally going for Slidell as they want to close out this third set. Simpson didn't hit it at its highest point. Free ball over Maya West. Whittington over the block. Good skill there. She tipped it over that block of Gillespie and Malay. Subs come in for the Lady Tigers as Whittington serves this one for the Lady Wolverines. Northlake Christian leads 22-20. West, Boyer from outside. Gillespie tips it over to the floor. 22-21. West comes out. Ellis comes in. That'll be a huge help at the net. And Malay will serve this one. Malay sends it over. Ball up. Kyoto blocked down. Amana Ellis. We've seen her do it many times tonight, and it's tied back up at 22 apiece. I tell you what, Bill Gallagher used to say this all the time. I want to get her autograph after this match. Malay sends it over. Up, off the backboard. And the Lady Tigers have reclaimed the lead, 23-22. Coach Pooter will take a timeout here in the third set. So 23-22 here in the third. Taylor Malay serving for the Lady Tigers. Here's Simpson. Up. Boyer, back set. Fugate pushing it. Northlake responds. There's Kyoto from the back row. Malay has it up. Gillespie, free ball over. Whittington to Simpson. Hit at the net. That is Fassler. Big hit from Fugate. Good job by Kyoto to get there. And a good rally going. We've seen many of these tonight. And Ellis tips over, and caught off guard was Sophie Cramen as she had to dive for it at the last second. And it is match point here in the third set. 24-22. Taylor Malay serving. Gets that one over. Whittington. Simpson back. Kyoto. That one off the mark. They pop it up into the net. It's 24-23. And back to serve is Sophie Cramen. Northlake looking to battle back for some extra points. Slidell looking to put it away here on match point 2. This one over Maya West. Boyer tries to catch him off guard. They tip it up. This free ball needs to go over. Up, Fugate to the floor, and Slidell takes the match. They take the third set, 25-23. So let's take a second to thank those who helped bring you this game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Folse, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Menard, cameraman, editor, and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams. So from Slidell High School, where the Slidell Lady Tigers defeat the Northlake Christian Lady Wolverines in 3. My name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.